Hey, what's up? Ricky Beard here, and welcome into 7 Days to Die, Permadeath Pure Survival. Now, if you watched my series, Dawn of the Stiffies and the Infected, you'll know that I mentioned that there's going to be special parameters in this series for 7 Days to Die. I did mention that I'm not a fan of tower defense, so right out of the gate, I will not be having any blood moon frequency, so no hordes. If you don't like that and you turn away from the channel now or the video, I don't blame you. But I am going to do something a little bit different in terms of how the difficulty will work in this series. You can see that we're on Scavenger, and in this list, there are a total of 6 difficulties, including Scavenger. Adventurer being number 2, Nomad being 3, Warrior being 4, Survivalist being 5, and Insane being number 6. And it just says, you're one brave mother, Ricky. So how this series is going to work, since there will not be any hordes, you do see that the zombies will walk, they will sprint during night, so I will need to get inside. But every 3 days in this series, the difficulty will go up. No matter what happens, the difficulty will go up. So on day 3, the difficulty will go to Adventurer. Day 6, we'll go to Nomad. Day 9, we'll go to Warrior. Day 12, we'll go to Survivalist. And day 15, we'll go to Insane. That's even if we can make it that far. But we will go over the remaining settings that you can see I have for the series. There is biome progression. I'm curious to find out what that is. This is the Storm's Brewing update. I'm not exactly sure how that works. Under Advanced, we have the player block damage at 300% just so I can get through things faster and make the videos more streamlined. So you can see that Permadeath is enabled, which means if I die in Season 1 at whatever day or difficulty that I was on, I'm going to have to try to beat that difficulty in Season 2, if that makes any sense. Daily quest progression is unlimited because I would really like to get myself into a bicycle sooner than later. But before we jump into the game, I'm going to say this. I'm not going to be able to go into any point of interest that I want. So as the difficulty progresses, I'm going to be forced to deal with missions and quests that are going to also get harder and harder as they go. But not only that, I've also made it a rule that I'm going to have to go through the points of interest in the way that the developers intended you to go through the points of interest. If you're lucky enough, you'll find what's called the main loot, meaning you're going to find even better things inside of whatever that is. But that's pretty much going to cover what we're doing here. So without any further ado, let's see if we can survive the ever-growing difficulty of the Storm's Brewing update. And here we are. In the world of 7 Days to Die, the Storm's Brewing update. We're not going to waste much time. I know we need to get into here and the challenges. You see over here on the right, tutorial challenge. We need to open that up, and we need to open this section, and we need to redeem this right here to get things going. So you'll also notice on the right that we need to start gathering these. And I know that there are veterans that might be watching this and have probably already clicked off and said, I'm not going to watch this goofball. He has no idea what he's doing. You're right. I don't. I've only played this a little bit here and there, and I know a little bit about the game. I just don't know a ton about it. That's another reason why I'm choosing to run the series the way I am, but what it's asking us to do here is gather up plant fibers, gather wood, and gather stone. I'm not going to talk about everything as these things come up, but you see the little icons on the screen. We're going to just keep gathering. Keep an eye out for zombies. I know that we're not going to have to deal with too much of a threat at the moment, considering what's down here. Is it going to be a stone? Yes, it is. We're not going to have to deal with too much of a threat right away on Scavenger because that's, that's pretty easy. And we need some plant fibers, so we'll just start punching the grass. And as I said in the beginning of the setup, I realize that I can just go into any point of interest. Like I could go into that point of interest right there, but I'm not going to do it. I'm going to just keep following what I need to do. I will loot things like this along the way that's outside. But unless a quest takes me to where I need to go, I'm not going in there. So we'll grab up this stone, and we have everything we need there. What it's asking us to do is craft a stone axe. So we'll do that. That's out of the way. In fact, I want to move some things around because I don't exactly have a way. What is that something I have to read? Can we read this? Let's take a look at that. What's it say? Note from the Duke of Navezgane. Just a friendly reminder that you pay on time, every time, or there will be consequences. Next time we won't be so nice. Thanks for the gear, but you still owe us. See you soon, the Duke. Now, I'm pretty sure that there's supposed to be a story mode or some kind of a campaign like that that's going to be brought to the game. But anyway, let me get these things sorted here. And let's get this axe down here. What is it telling us now? We need to hold the stone axe. There we go. Got it. And now we're going to need to harvest some wood. So let's take down this beat out tree. You can see why I did the block damage at 300% because I wanted to go faster. Way more streamlined for this series, like I said. We got 10 wood, but we need to harvest some more stone. So let's see if we can find a boulder nearby. Hopefully not too far away. And as soon as we do, we'll get our hands on some more stone. And we've got a car. Oh, there's a stone here. All right, well, I guess I'm just going to have to keep looking. I will attempt to chop on these stumps, but if I'm not mistaken, I think there's bees in here now. So you run a risk of maybe getting attacked by a bee swarm. But what I do remember about these stumps is they sometimes will yield a honey jar. And the honey jar is incredibly crucial if you become infected in getting rid of that infection. So there's a boulder right over there. There we go. I was hoping that 3 times is a charm on not getting bees. So let's bust this up, get our stone. And in fact, I'm just going to break the whole thing so we've got extra stone on us. There we go. And now it wants us to make a primitive outfit. So let's do that. It's made and it's going to want us to wear it. So now we have it on. Make a primitive club. There it is. We've got it down here. And a primitive bow. Took care of that. All right. And now we can make some stone arrows with the small stone, the feathers that I was able to get out of that nest I found. So we have those on tap. And then it says open challenges window. And I believe we're going to be able to redeem some things here. Let's take a look at that. And we cancel. Let's go right down the line and get all of these taken care of. And there we go. So it now says White River Citizen. Good job, survivor. You have proved to be capable with much potential. We have marked your map with the nearest White River outpost location. There you will find a trader where you can buy and sell goods and trade stories with one of our friendly citizens. Welcome aboard, Noah. That's actually the first time I've ever read that. So, like I said, we're going to stay on task with quests. Hopefully that isn't too boring, but that's another reason why I wanted to play the series this way is because I want it to have direction at all times. You know, I want to be as streamlined as I can. And hopefully my idea will work in terms of, I didn't realize we're that close to the trader. But heads up for those of you that are not aware of 7 Days to Die, the first trader is an absolute jerk. Although we do have a zombie, we're not going to mess with him. Actually, you know what? Let's mess with him. Might as well. We're on Scavenger. We're going to be fine for a couple of days. But we are going to be running a whole lot of missions out of this particular location right here. There we go with the secondary attack. Far more powerful than the primary. But it does have a significant reduction on your stamina drain. So I know that there are some things here to loot. Let's take a look around. This is going to be an issue for me. I'm not the most versed on these magazines or the skill points. So I'm just going to do what I'm going to do. So if you find yourself screaming at the screen, you know, you need to do this. You should have put your points in here. You need to do that. Too bad. Because I'm not that great at this game, as I said. We already have a shovel. We could scrap that. We might as well. You know what? Maybe we should sell a lot of this stuff. We're not going to take that sandwich. Nothing to loot there. And what do you have in you? Probably a magazine? No. We can take this. We can make some more torches. And that can be used for tea. I do remember that. Alright, so potato seeds. We'll sell them. I don't think we're going to run a garden in this. Yeah, there it is. So it's going to be forge ahead. We can look at it. It says, learn to outfit your shop with forges, workbenches, cement mixers, and chemistry stations. I mean, maybe, I don't know how much I'm going to do with that stuff. You know, I'm not going to need to build a base. Because I want to stay on the move. Non-stop. I know there's nothing in those outhouses. Nothing in there, but there should be some things in these little cabins. Okay, we've got some food. All right, what is that? Not bad. Goldenrod tea and some chicken soup. We'll take all those things. We've definitely made some noise, enough to the point we brought a zombie in on the outside. Nothing in here. Nope, nothing in here. Okay, and nothing there. I think these are vendors for multiplayer where you can trade stuff. Is there anything over here? I don't think so. My apologies if I've missed something in here. Not the greatest looter. Is there anything in these? Doesn't appear to be. We're not going to be able to bust any of this open. So let's meet our friendly trader, Wrecked, who's an absolute asshole. He's going to say a lot of shitty things, so be warned if you're unaware of who he is. I'm going to loot around here, though. Make sure that we grab everything that we can before we talk to him. Because I'm going to end up selling him some things. I'm afraid that I'm probably going to end up needing to... That's good. We'll need those pipes to repair any kind of a pipe weapon we get in the beginning of the game here. I don't want it to sound deceiving. I don't want you guys thinking that he's running a bluff. That he actually knows how to... You know, more about this game than he's saying. I do know some. I just don't know a ton. And I'm pretty sure, regardless of how this looks...
It'll be a good morning when you buy something and get the fuck out of here.
You know, if there was any way I could break these barriers to get in here, I gotta keep my comments to myself. I'm talking to an NPC that has obnoxious shit built into him. So, all right, let's just get this over with.
You think you're pretty smart now, don't you?
I think I'm kind of smart. I think you're dumb as shit. But anyway, got any special jobs? I know I need to do this to get this going, so we'll take that.
Job for a simpleton like you.
Okay, buddy. It says, let's start you off with something a little easier. Go dig up the supplies nearby that one of my associates left for me. Don't forget, you're going to need a shovel. Well, you've already given it to me.
By the looks of it, you're gonna need it.
Yeah, whatever, old bastard. So, you know what? Let's go get the supplies, then we'll come back. Where is the location? Am I not tracking it? Oh, there's still things I need to do. Do I have the skill? Do I have the current 5 skill points that I can put out? Yeah, I have 4, actually, so... Let's do this. I'm eventually going to run sledgehammers, so I'm going to go into that. I'm going to put one into pack mule. Maybe that isn't smart, but I'm doing it. Like I said, I'm not the best with this stuff. And you know what else I'm going to do? I think I'm going to put stuff into iron gut. Well, you know what? Into cardio. For now. Maybe that isn't smart either. All right, then. We need to craft a land claim block. There it is. Let's place it down. We need to get some plant fiber so that we can make a bedroll. That is going to be not important for us as a permadeath series, but we'll make it because it wants us to. There we go. Pretty sure we're going to need to place it. And we'll pick that back up, and we will scrap it because we don't need it. All right, then. Craft a building block. There it is. Got that. And it's down. Okay. Pretty sure we need to upgrade it. There we go. Now craft a door. Let's do that. Got it. There we go. Craft a wooden storage crate. You know what? I'll craft a wooden storage crate, and I won't destroy that. I'll put that over by Rex outpost, because I'm pretty sure there's another stump. I'm pretty sure what's going to happen is I'm going to end up coming over here with a lot of things that I find in the quest that he sends me out for, and there'll be times that his ass won't be open. So we'll put it there. Hold a torch. There we go. We've held it. Oh, need to place it on a wall. There's that. Craft a wooden spike trap. There that is. Again, these are all things that you're going to want to do when you're building a base. So, craft cobblestone rocks. Can we do that? Yes, we can. Here we are. Let that finish up. And hold the stone axe. Got it. Upgrade the wooden block. There we go to concrete. And that looks like we completed those, I'm guessing. So, and redeem what I can. This is the homesteading stuff. Looks like everything that I just did. I'm not going to start these yet because it's gonna impede what I need to do right now. I mean, I know I can track them differently, but I got to remember how to do this. Let's get into the map, and I want to track this one. So let's do this and toggle active, and there we go. Head to the rally points, 169 meters away. So that is our first quest of the game. We got to go dig up these supplies. What the hell is that? Oh, there's another zombie nearby. You know what? I want to get my hands on this chicken because I'm going to need the meat. Come here. Come here, you little shit. Don't go down there. Oh, you got to be shitting me. Come here. That is terrible. All right. Well, I'm going to get you sooner or later. So long as my stamina doesn't run out. Come here. Oh, he's in the water. You little bastard. Oh, you know what I don't have? I don't have any bones, I don't think. I should have, geez, what did I do? All right. It seems like a lot from chickens, but whatever. Where's that shovel he gave us? There it is. No, that's not the one. We can scrap this. Let's take this and head over to the... Oh, here we go again. This is Mo, I believe. The zombies do have actual names. So we'll deal with him and get him out of the way. And we got another challenge complete that I didn't even mean to do. All right, then. Yeah, here we go. This is new, I believe, for the Storms Brewing update. These flags. So we will activate that. Here's a nest. Taking that for sure. We're going to eat the egg now. And get out our shovel and begin looking for the buried treasure. Well, the location of where the treasure is getting smaller, but my stamina, there we go, as it's shrinking even more, so it's going to be probably straight down here. And I have to keep on digging. And we need to be aware as soon as we get this. Is that it? There, we found it. There we go. And there are all the things. I didn't want that sham sandwich, but I also know that some zombies are going to start coming along. Let's deal with you. There we go. Okay, then. So we're going to run this back to Wrecked, and then we can start selling some of the things that we have on us currently, and then get our first active quest. I think we need to complete 10 of these to be able to get the bicycle.
If you drink all the coffee, I'll kill you. Well, look here, boys. We got ourselves a real-life hero, and now he wants to be paid.
All right, we're going to take the pipe machine gun bundle. I prefer that. Hopefully we'll get a decent amount of ammo.
The shelves are full, so I ain't buying any more of those.
He does talk a lot. Well,
be careful out there. You wouldn't want to get hurt.
All right, so I need to get out of that so I can get into what he's offering for quests. And they're not the closest by, but we'll start with Clear Zombies, Black Bus Mechanical. Let's get rid of all this. All right, we've found our location, and it's going to be marked by that flag post right there. I do want to make sure that I don't have any other skill points to distribute. Let's take a look at that. And I don't. I've already woke the place up. That wasn't smart. All right. We'll deal with her, get her out of here. Nice and easy. Like I said, I will be able to loot these locations every time I go to them, so I will, in fact, do that. Take that for the wood. What do we got in here? Well, I wish the search times were faster. Let's open up these doors and wake the entire joint up faster. Let's get this open, too. Well, now we've got the place wide awake. Open both garage doors over there and this one. All right. We got another Sleeping Beauty over here. We got our arrow out, our bow and arrow, and there we go. Sounds like there's something else. And we have another sleeper right here. All right, well, he's a big one, so he's going to take a little bit more than that. And I don't know, I'm noticing these trails in the graphics now. I've never noticed that before. But we just completed that. All we needed to do was clear the location. We have ourselves another axe. We will scrap this. And we'll loot all of this stuff. Like I said, I'm going to sell lots of things whenever I can. But I also want to see there's... I don't know if that's going to be the main loot, but we're going to go up this ladder here in a moment. Let's get everything that we can sitting around. Should be some gas in here, and there is. All right, let's get up this. Yeah, I guess this is going to be considered the main loot. And there's some shotgun shells. What else did we get? We got our hands on a couple armor parts. Armor plating mod. Okay, so let's get out here and... What the shit just happened? Oh, wow. All right. So, yeah, I got to be mindful of that stuff, too. There are going to be traps and different points of interest. Can I not reach that? Oh, there we go. We can reach it. So what do you have? Was it worth it? Are you kidding me? All right.
Good afternoon, jackass. What do you want? Congratulations. Here's your reward, sucker.
Okay, so he's offering some 7.62 ammo. I'm going to take that because I've got the pipe machine gun. For now.
You cheap son of a bitch.
Yeah, kind of, sort of. What else do you have for these jobs? Let's get the next closest one. 401, live bait dock.
If you want a job from me, get moving, jackass. This don't pay by the hour.
All right, so we get that it's not being paid by the hour. Let's dump off a few more things. And eventually we'll come back for it. Okay, where's this next location? It's way over here. So here we go. And you know what? Like I said, I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to loot things like this that are just out here on the road. Cars, items, you know, stuff that's on the land. Just not going to be able to enter any point of interest that is not a part of a quest. So, let's activate this. This is just another clear. Get these guys cleared out as quickly as I can. Get back to wrecked to turn it in. And hopefully, you know what? Yeah, well, oh, didn't mean to do that. Here we go again with the traps. Check that out. There's a duffel bag there, though. Some murky water. Kind of need to be... There's a bird. That dirty bastard bird. Where are you? I don't have the stamina to deal with it. There we go. Piece of shit. Good thing it didn't infect me. What do you want? Nothing, I can tell you that. Stand up so I can do it again. Ready? All right. So that is another one down. What is in here? All right, you're hiding in the rafters. Okay. There's you. You. Just you two? That it? Yeah, that's it. Okay, we'll look around for, we definitely want this stuff. And actually, we want the coffee. So I've got to remember, what does coffee do again? Stamina regen. Let's get the loot open, see what we got. Do we want those? We'll take them. Those are building blocks. Even though... Okay, we'll read that, and we'll take all of those items there.
It's fucking hot out there this afternoon, so don't test my patience. Great, here you go. Don't spend it all in one place.
Probably need this, but I'm gonna go with this. And we're gonna go ahead and get the next one on the list, which is... I should probably take the furthest one out. Let's go ahead and do the 433.
Don't just stand there with your thumb up your ass. Get the job done.
And what I am going to do real quick, I'm going to make myself a campfire and get that at least set up. At some point, I'm going to need to find a cooking pot and a grill to be able to even do any of those things. In fact, right now, until I get a cooking pot, I'm not going to be able to do anything, but I will put some wood in there so that it has a fuel source. But let's get this crafting bundle open, see what we got. 2 handgun magazines. Sharp sticks. I'm assuming that's for spears. And tool digest. All right. Well, not exactly what I was hoping for, so let's get on the road and get quest number 3 out of the way. There is our flag post that we need to activate. It's a tier 1. We could look in that garage for a minute. Maybe we should. And we got this guy in here. All right, then. Okay. Easy peasy. Oh, nice. Repair kit. We'll take that. Yeah. I gotta not be doing this right now. I can always come back to these things. Like I said, I need to get my... Oh, wait a minute. There's a bag up there. I don't know. I always think, even though I don't know that much about this game, that there's going to be better things and stuff like that. But right now, we're gonna want to look for food. and drink. That kind of stuff. I think we've got a zom snoozing over there. Oh, got ourselves a cooking pot. That's going to be able to allow us to make some clean water. This one's up and moving, which means we're probably going to wake up the entire joint. There we go. Let's grab that cooking pot. She's down. Is this one up over here? No, not yet, but she is now. There we go. She just crawled under the table. I think that's the first time I've seen that animation of them crawling. Or rather, being crouched. Okay. That trail thing is throwing me off. I wonder if there's a way to... Oh, she got one in on me. I wonder if there's a way to turn that weird-ass graphics trail off. I'm not a fan of that. You can see on the compass that my supplies are saying that it's above me. You know what? There could be murky water here. It's not. That sucks. Can you imagine drinking toilet water? All right, well, we woke up the upstairs, so... Should be a book in here. Let's check this. And there is. We'll take that. There's a guy. And I think there's somebody else. Yep, working on that door over there. So they're about through. I mean, I'm not concerned. Oh, well, we have 2 skill points. I'm not too concerned about this difficulty. I'm going to get myself into a situation I can't get out of. But stamina is going to be a problem here if I'm not careful. He's done. And I think he's done. So I'll have a quick look around. Not worried about any of that. Oh, where'd you just come from? God, she must have been the one that was beating down the door down the hallway. You scared the shit out of me. All right. What do we have in here? Sometimes you can get lucky and find a handgun. Toilet pistols are called. All right. Well, looks like my supplies are somewhere this way. Here's the main loot. And there's my supplies right up there. So let's get into that. Grab them up. We'll also get all of this out of here. There we go. Got a pipe rifle. And an armor pocket mod. I think this will... And what does this do? It increases carrying capacity. So maybe I shouldn't put anything into pack mule. Might have made a mistake there. And a bunch of books to read, so we'll do that. Got some ammo back here, and we'll take that. All right. Oh, no, medical supplies. There we go. Now on our way back to Wrecked.
Afternoon. If you bring me a cold one, I might give you a discount.
Well, he's got a blueberry pie. He's got some Molotovs. You know what I think I'll do? I'll take those. Let's activate this up. Get in here, and it is a clear, so... Let's just wake the place up. Faster we do this, quicker we can get back. He's not done. Who's in here? Anybody? It's you? Come here. All right. Probably should head the proper route. There's a fridge here. No, I don't want that. All right, then. Somebody in here? Yes. Come here now. Duffel bag and a bookshelf. We'll take that bandage. And more books to read. Let's read those. Oh, yep. Somebody's hiding in that bathroom. Whoopsie. Just gonna go through the wall together. Missed her again. Oh boy. Stamina's not good. Got it. And we are opening this door. Good thing I didn't, I don't know exactly what I'm doing. I'm just going for it. I'm trying to speed through this. We're still not cleared yet. What do you got here? I'm not exactly... Oh, wait a minute. What do you want to bet? There we are. You're out of it. And check this one out. And she goes, oh, shit. I didn't know you were there, and I've got... and I'm infected. That's the worst thing that could have happened. Hopefully Rex has some honey on him that I can buy. Oh, that's so bad. So we got our first loot bag here. And a book. We'll take everything, and we gotta go. Wait a minute. Unless there's some honey around. Nope. Got ourselves a rag. We're gonna have to deal with this infection, and we're gonna have to deal with it fast. Anything up here? Got a nest. That is honestly one of the worst things that could have happened to me here. Unless we can find a stump along the way, get lucky and pull some honey out of it. Maybe this one. And we didn't. There's another one, though. And still nothing. So all I can do now is hope to get back to Wrecked. And maybe he'll have a bit of honey that I can buy off him to get rid of the infection. And we got 2 stumps nearby his outpost. Nothing there. Stamina not great. And nothing there. Yep. So we're down to... I don't see any others out here. We're down to selling some things, and like I said, hoping that he has one in his inventory. We'll go in and check. See how much it's going to cost us.
Oh, how's my favorite asshole doing tonight?
Yeah, we'll take the pipe bombs.
Try anything smart, and you'll get a new start.
Let's see about the food. Oh, this is not good at all. So we're at a race against time now to find honey. Otherwise, we are donezo before the series even gets going. So here we are. I believe quest number 7. This is again another clear. So let's just wake the place up. There's a bird out of the gate. Not what I need. All right, then. The injury is getting worse because I keep running on it. Anybody else just hiding back here? There you are. What do you have on you? Another magazine? That and that. So we're going to need to go up. There we go. A little bit active up here. Oh, the guy fell down behind me here. Uh-oh, bleeding. That's not good. Pretty sure I need one of these to deal with it. 63 of 105 on the health. I forgot that they can cause you to bleed. So let's deal with this. Another bandage. What's that? Treasure Hunter's mod. All right, we got a pipe shotgun. That's kind of nice. And we're not quite cleared yet. There we go. As he sent him right over the rail. And that is done. So, shipping crate that's sealed. Let's find out what we got in here. We need honey. We need it bad. I will take that. Okay, what's in here? Any food? I will take that. There's a cooking grill. Nice. And we'll be able to cook up that meat now. Take the iron, sell it, and the potatoes. And some more ammunition. All right, then. So we'll turn this in.
Congratulations. Here's your reward.
Get ourselves some more grilled meat, I guess. I could take the... Maybe I'd take these. I'll take that. Let's see if there's anything in the vending machine. No, nothing there. And nothing there. Damn, I was kind of hoping there'd be some honey in one of those. Let you be the lucky one. Come on. Give me some honey. Ah, we got it. We got it. Oh, can you imagine? Unbelievably lucky. I don't know if it's going to be enough. I'm hoping it's going to be enough to get rid of it. Oh, my goodness. What are the odds of finding that thing along the way? Exactly when we needed it. There we go. We've got the supplies. We got another cookbook, which is good. I'm not going to stick around and try to fight these guys. I'm going to try to get out of here. And it's getting really, really bad. I'm going to have to maybe build a base just outside of Rex outpost and hide there for the night. And I just realized that our infection is gone. What I'm going to do is I'm going to get all fancy, put myself an actual floor in. Nice. Now, we need to get ourselves a door. Perfect. So there we are. It's not the greatest thing, but it's something. Just like that, I've got 3 skill points to spend. So we got a little bit of light here. And we're going to have to close ourselves in for the night. At least until Rect opens his doors. But the good news is we have the 8th quest done. And there's only 2 more quests to do before we get ourselves a bike. I can hear some zombies nearby. I'm going to douse the torch. But that's going to do it for episode 1 of Pure Survival Permadeath in the Storms Brewing update here on 7 Days to Die. I want to thank everybody for watching. And if you like what you see here, come on back for episode 2 next week. We'll see if I can last another day. So until then, I will catch you guys in the next one.